Thanks for taking some time today to watch this webcast. My name is Jason Screenack. I'm a principal here with Macaulay and Asbury and head up our state and local tax group. I'm also the chair of the PICPA State and Local Tax Committee. Today is February 11th, 2013, and want to go over the recently announced budget by Governor Tom Corbett last week. A couple main parts of the budget were discussions about state pension reform, transportation funding for the outdated bridges across the state, the privatization of state stores throughout Pennsylvania, and my topic today is the business tax reform package that was included in the budget. The first couple topics are the ones that are getting a lot more attention, but I think the business tax reforms are very vital to Pennsylvania's recovery from the economic downturn we've been going through the last couple of years, as well as a key performer to creating economic growth in the near future here in the Commonwealth. All right, the first area of the business tax reform I'd like to go over is the perception that Pennsylvania was doubling taxation of corporations in the Commonwealth. That perception was based upon the corporate net income tax as well as the capital stock foreign franchise tax. Pennsylvania was the only state that was taxing a company on its income within the state as well as its assets within the state. So effective January 1st, 2014, the capital stock foreign franchise tax will be totally repealed, and the tax base going forward will be corporate net income tax here in Pennsylvania. The second main item with regards to business tax reform here in Pennsylvania is reducing the rate. The current corporate net income tax rate is at 9.99%. That is the highest flat tax rate within the nation. Pennsylvania is looking to reduce that rate down to 6.99%. That's not going to be done in year one. Pennsylvania is looking to do this over a matter of a 10-year period. The rate reductions will begin in 2015 and will last through 2025. So it's a long phase out of the corporate net income tax, not phase out, phase down of the corporate net income tax. But that's definitely a great incentive for corporations to remain in Pennsylvania and possibly increase their presence here in Pennsylvania. The next area in which the business tax reform was highlighted was net operating losses. Currently, Pennsylvania is one of two states in which they limit NOL's usage within the current year or years going forward. Pennsylvania is increasing the cap in which NOLs can be used. Currently, the cap is NOL usage of $3 million or 20% of a company's taxable net income for a period, whatever is greater. They're looking to increase that and move the limits up to $5 million per year or 30% of taxable net income. So that's another big bonus for Pennsylvania corporations doing business here. In addition to repealing the capital stock foreign franchise tax, Pennsylvania is looking to repeal the corporate loans tax. The corporate loans tax, in my opinion, is antiquated and outdated. There's just not that much dollars coming into the state coffers with regards to this tax, and it's just, like I said, I believe it's a nuisance tax, and I think the repeal of that will be greatly looked upon by companies doing business here in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is also looking to promote small business here in the Commonwealth. Two ways in which they're doing that is to try to more focus on copying federal treatment with regards to like-kind exchange and startup business deductions. Lastly, Pennsylvania is also looking to simplify the tax code. Currently, there's a lot of statutes and code out there that is no longer relevant, but it's still within the tax code and makes it very difficult to go through and research in Pennsylvania. So by cleaning that up, I think it will make it a lot easier for companies doing business here in PA. To close, these measures of Pennsylvania tax reform are looking to do several things. First off, they're trying to make Pennsylvania be more business friendly in the eyes of the business community throughout the nation. Secondly, they're looking to increase economic growth through the creation of jobs. It was stated by Department of Revenue Secretary Dan Muser that these initiatives, when taken together, are looking to create approximately 18,000 jobs over a 10-year period here in Pennsylvania through the increased investment of companies within the state, as well as creating $1 billion in new tax revenue through 2030. So, like I said, the economic growth in Pennsylvania over the next couple of years is very significant with regards to this tax package. In closing, I think the Governor Corbett's tax reform proposals in his budget are definitely a step in the right direction. I think that making sure that we have a plan for economic growth within the Commonwealth to ensure that we're attracting new and good jobs to the Commonwealth, and making sure that we keep the jobs that are currently here is vital to ensuring the turnaround in the current economic situation, as well as creating possibilities for greater economic growth in the near future. I want to thank you very much for taking time to watch this webcast, and I ask that you look forward to future webcasts with regards to Pennsylvania taxation. My name once again is Jason Screenack. You'll be seeing my contact information. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions or concerns that you may have. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.